Do you like being rewarded for playing well? Then Charlotta's your girl, as she easily rewards those who took the time to learn the game. I'll be going over all her skills, best combos, sigils, and teammates. So with that out the way, let's get into this, yeah? Charlotta's Cunning Knee Shed reduces all damage taken by allies and herself by 50%. This is a fantastic skill to use when you're learning a new fight. I however wouldn't use this when you're farming content. Holy Ladder fires off 3 shockwaves at the enemy and can be used as a ranged attack. The second part is very interesting because you could press your attack button to spin forward as a gap closer to the enemy, or you could press your unique attack button for a downward thrust. Valiant Stance gives Charlotta a 30% attack buff, and over time this could ramp up to 120%! But if she takes damage, then the buff goes away. This is just one example of how you could be rewarded for playing well. Sword of Lumiel is a flurry of slashes that has her standing in place, so you only want to use this when you know you'll get off all the slashes because it's a lot of damage. This also allows her to enter the Noble Stance, unlike Holy Ladder, which we'll go over soon. Shining Onslaught is a lunge attack that applies the defense down if the last hit connects, and can be used as a gap closer. Don't whiff this skill because you will notice the damage loss when the defense down doesn't connect. This also allows Charlotta to enter the Noble Stance. Now what is this Noble Stance I've been mentioning? Noble Stance allows her to do more damage by imbuing her weapon with the Holy Light. You can get into the stance by using the skills I just mentioned, attacking the enemy over time, or using a link attack. Your goal is to stay in the stance as long as you can. I know it can be tempting to press that unique attack button for a combo finisher, but overall you will lose more damage if you can't get back into Noble Stance quickly. Instead, you'll want to use your dodge button to avoid damage and stay in attack range so you could keep mashing your attack button. There are a few times that you want to use a combo finisher as it does deal a decent amount of damage. Those may be when an enemy is about to bloodthirst, a link attack is about to pop, or you have a skill to get back into Noble Stance right away. Here's something I wish someone told me when I was learning Charlotta. Her combo finisher is very unique as it's a jump into the air, and then depending on what you press will result in 3 different attacks. If you press your unique attack button, then she'll do a downward thrust. And if you press your attack button, she'll do a forward spin, just like Holy Ladder. The third attack is performed if you press nothing, and it does the most damage as it'll do a spin attack. Learn when to pull these off to get out even more damage. Her combo finisher also gives her iframes until she reaches the apex of her jump, so master this if you want to dominate the battlefield. Like the other characters, Charlotta can do an aerial combo, but you never want to if you could help yourself. Aerial combo exits the Noble Stance if you were in it, and if you weren't, it doesn't get you into it. Aerial combos are a massive DPS loss and should only be used as a last resort for damage. Now that we've gone over her core gameplay mechanics, what's her best combo? You ideally want to pop Valiant Stance and ramp up to 120%. Then do a combo finisher, Shining Onslaught into a combo finisher, followed by a Sword of Lumiel. Use link attacks if they are up to further increase your damage as you'll get back into Noble Stance right away. Now that we've gone over her best combo, what sigils should you use to optimize her damage? Her gameplay revolves around not getting hit, so Stamina's a no-brainer. She'll constantly be slashing your opponent, so Combo Booster fits perfectly. You could double down on critical hit rate since her weapon also provides a boost to critical hit chance. Or if you're feeling confident, then Tyranny for more attack power. Now that we've gone over which sigils to use, what's her best teammates? Charlotta really wants to hit a training dummy, so keeping the enemy immobilized helps a lot with crowd control, so Eo's Lightning. Catalina's Sacred Winds. Or Gandagoza's Infernal Stomp. DCC keep the enemy in place so you can mash to your heart's content. To further ensure you could keep up damage without having the fear of getting hit, Yodara has Hymns of the 100, which grants all allies Mirror Image. This lets you take a certain amount of hits before you actually take damage. Hopefully this video helped you learn how to play Charlotta, and if you have any unanswered questions, then ask down below. And if you enjoyed this guide, consider checking out my Catalina one right here. Until the next video, I'll see ya.